says we're live. Says we're live. Thought we could have a drink together. Chat. Talk about life. We'll see how it goes. If it goes. Unsupported resolution. Change the video resolution. This configuration. Expected video resolution is, oh, of course. Hey! Howdy. Amanda's here. Awesome. Can you see me okay? Because it says my resolution's not working. So let me know that. Anyway, I'm having a drinky poo and had a couple of subjects to talk about. Figured we could do that. Got some new things put together for my drawings. Wanted to talk about that a little bit. Wanted to. Looks fine, sounds a little weird, but you're okay. Huh. Is it like way loud? Is that what you mean by weird? Or buzzing? The buzzing is my stupid computer. Is that better for the sound? Anyway, I'm going to wait for a few people to come in before I get started talking about anything with the drawing. Had a good day today running around to thrift stores and the dollar store and all that good stuff. Too quiet? How's that? Is that better? I was excited to be out and about and got way excited today because I found money, not money on the street or anything like that, but in my wallet that I didn't realize I had. That is always good when you find money that you didn't know you had in your wallet that is not needed for anything else. Woohoo! Score! So I got to get some craft items and that was cool. That's always cool when you find money you didn't know you had. So I got to show you guys all that stuff and got to hang out a little bit at the stores and look around. That's always fun. Although looking around and not being able to get anything stinks. Thank you, Amanda, for all your help. Who else is here? Say hi to me. Somewhere I have... Oh, here it is. Okay, I want to be sure I can get to this when it's time. My son has been calling me each day from Texas, so he is super excited we're coming. And I have some exciting news about that my daughter doesn't even know yet. So that's exciting news. Can't wait till people get on so I can tell them that. And let's see what else is new. What else is new? I actually packed herbs away. That's new. I'll show you. It's amazing to me how heavy they can get when you have them all in one place. But look at that. Actually got a bunch put in. I'm using an old quilting plastic case. And it's holding a lot, believe it or not. I've got almost all my jars in there. So that's kind of cool. So I'm proud of myself in that way. I haven't gotten the jars packed yet, but I got the herbs going in. I think I've only got a few left. I've got the little tiny jars, but those aren't going to take up any space because they're hardly you know, there's nothing to them. What are they, 2 ounces if they're full? Most of them aren't full, so we don't have a lot in there. So I've almost got my jars done, and then I can start packing away my jars, so I'm happy about that. I've got the ones put aside that I want to take with me on the trip. Angelica, Agrimony, and Mandrake, and I've just got a little bit of each of those. So I'm not taking a whole bunch of herbs, taking up a bunch of room. Let's see, what else can I tell you about? I can tell you that I am having a drink that is Honey Jack whiskey, about to hear, and the rest is Squirt. It is the best drink I've ever had, and I love it. And if you haven't tried it, please do, because it is a very good mixed drink. Honey Jack is Honey Jack Daniels, or Jack Daniels Honey, and Squirt, just plain Squirt. It's a good drink. It's not, I've tried it with Pepsi, I've tried it with Canadian Dry ginger ale. I think we tried it once with root beer and once with Dr. Pepper, which was a disaster. We even tried it once with coffee, which was, again, a disaster. But it's delicious with Squirt. And a little bit of ice. And I've been playing with my Witch's deck that I got today, just trying to fill it out and get some energy. Okay, now it's telling me an error occurred. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this live off and start over. And I'm going to do that because the last time an error occurred, it didn't record anything. And I had to do it myself. And then none of the chat showed, and that was stinky. So what I'm going to do is just stop the stream and start it over. It'll only take a second, and I'll be right back. Sorry about this. Okay, and we're back. If you're not in the room, I hope you come back. I don't know why it does this sometimes, but it does. Once in a while it just says an error occurred, and then it stops recording. And when it does that, even though people are still in the room, it stops recording the live, and then people who want to watch it later don't get to see any chat. So I just started it over so that people could. Anyway, I've been playing a lot with my Witch's deck, just getting a feel for it, and I love it so far. I love the energy coming off it. I haven't gotten to really delve into each card, but it's sure been nice to just look through them, and so far they're not really mixed up. I haven't, you know, done that, but I've just been kind of sitting and shuffling with them and showed them to everybody, showed them to my husband, who fell in love with them. He likes the other deck better. My husband does the Mystic Shaman Oracle, and the picture's better on the Mystic Shaman Oracle, which I have to be honest, as far as tarot goes, I like the pictures on the, wow, I just pulled a card that has the Golden Retriever on it, which I don't know if you know this about us, but we're a Golden Retriever family. Try to see if you can't see that. We are a Golden Retriever family. I'll have to remember that. 10 of Pentacles. Anyway, that was kind of cool. So my family likes the Mystical Shaman deck better. And I have to be honest, as far as the feeling goes, so far I'm liking it better as well. But I'm trying really hard to get into the, as far as Oracle goes. As far as Tarot goes, I'm really enjoying this deck. And feeling the energy off it is awesome because it has a lot. So I'm hoping to get into each card. Tonight I'm going to spend some time with it and really fill out each card and, you know, see what it brings me as far as energy and messages and that kind of thing goes. So we'll see how it goes. We shall see. But I got some incense going. I haven't lit my candles yet because they're low and I need to dedicate some new ones, and I haven't gotten around to it. Maybe I'll do that while I'm on tonight. But there are a few topics I wanted to cover. I'm just trying to wait till some people get in. And I've got my book going, my Book of Shadows that I'm working on with Tangerine's instructions. I'll show it to you right quick. Mine's nowhere near where hers is. She's got even probably where yours are if you're following along, because you've got the painting going and I don't. I have got an old, hi Heather, welcome. I have got an old cookbook of my mother's. It's called the Heritage Cookbook, and it actually, I don't have it with me, but it had a case that it went into. This cost my mother about $60 back in the 70s, so it's a very expensive cookbook. But I wanted something that was going to be special to me. I didn't want to just use a book that I found, and I had given this to my daughter, so I had to ask her for it back. And she was willing, so that was nice. But what I've been doing, because it is got thin pages, is I've been gluing pages together. So this is taking me forever. So once I get the pages glued together, then I will, hi Amanda, then I will, Amanda's the one that gave me the book back. Once I get the pages glued together so that it's thicker, then I'll go through and paint them all. So it's taking me quite a long time to do that. I'm only to the halfway point right now. So I've got it to the break in the book. I've got it glued together to the break in the book where Tange told us to kind of take out a few pages, which I needed to do anyway, because by the time I get the other half of this book glued, the pages wouldn't have fit. So, and I may need to take out a few more, I don't know, but if you can tell by the way it's folding now that it may not fit, so I may have to take out a few more pages from the back. I don't know yet. I'm going to use leather to close it. Leather, probably a belt type strap. Oop, stay up there. So that's my book that I'm working on. It has meaning, Heather. It's going to mean a lot to me. It's going to definitely mean a lot to me. So, hey, Blue Man. I am pagan, thank you. Are you pagan? So it's going to mean a lot to me. It's going to be a nice big book. It's going to be super thick, and I'm going to enjoy that. It's going to be hard to close, though. I can tell already it's going to be a difficult one to close. So we'll see how it goes. I got some baubles today and some moss that I showed. My mod's not here, and I can't seem to turn anyone in here into one. I'm not sure why. It's not working. Well, Blue Man, I'm glad you're kidding, but if you're not happy, you really don't have to stay in the room. Pagans are really loving people. They don't judge anyone else. So I hope you don't judge us. But I did have some topics I wanted to talk about. The first one being gratitude. I wanted to talk a lot about gratitude because I got a message today from a reading that told me I had a lot to offer, that I had some wisdom to offer. So I thought I would offer some things that I do every day. And one of those things that I do every day is give gratitude. And I sit and hold what I have and what I, not so much what I own, but what I have in my life. It's cool how everybody is so unique. I agree, Blue Man, it's not good to judge. I agree with you too, Heather. It is cool how everyone is so unique, especially in their creativity. But I wanted to talk about some of the things that I do every day, just to see if I can maybe help influence someone in how you can extend your practice to a way that kind of enriches your life. So I guess it's like everyday magic. That's not magic, but is. So when I wake up in the morning, I do my everyday morning routine with my husband or my kids, or take my dog out, or whatever I do. And then when I come in my magic room, I become Lunea. So my name is Candy, and I'm Candy outside the walls of my magic room, my witchy room I call it. But when I walk in my witchy room, I'm Lunea. And I light my candles when they're dedicated, and I have them going. I just picked up some candles today, so I only have one going, and it's already out. So, but I become Lunea. I light my candles, I light my incense, and I sit with gratitude for a few minutes before I do anything else. And right now I have a lot to be grateful for. I'm grateful that we're going to Texas after dreaming about it for so long. I'm grateful for the income and the prosperity coming into our lives, and not just in a financial way, but in all avenues. We have a lot of prosperity coming into our lives at the moment, which is in part to spell work, but in part to everyone's dedication to moving forward. I just have quite a bit to be grateful for at the moment. I've got a lot of spells that have been coming into fruition, and so I sit every day with gratitude. And I do that because it's a lesson I learned a while back, that if you are grateful for what you have, you accumulate what you need more. The more grateful you are, the more you receive. And so I've learned really the hard way to be grateful for what I have. And not just the bare essentials, but everything that I have. And not just the items, but everything I have in my life. And right now, YouTube has become such a blessing to me, and the community that I find myself surrounded by has become such a family, that I have this whole new family to be grateful for. And so I get to sit in that gratitude every day too. So at any rate, without rambling, I just wanted to offer you another thing to add to your daily routine, or your daily ritual, is to sit with gratitude. And then another thing that maybe you could add is an evening routine. And that routine would be, like my routine is then to thank everyone for being with me, thank my ancestors, because I light an ancestor candle, I light a Hecate candle, and I light my money candle. So I thank my money candle for bringing prosperity that day. And when I have a money candle, it's not just for money, it's for prosperity, period. Goodness in our lives, for drawing in everything we need, not just money. I have my ancestor candle, and I thank them for joining me that day and helping to guide me through with what I need to learn and what I need in my life. And I thank Hecate, and I blow out those candles as I'm doing that. And I again sit with gratitude at the end of my day. I journal. I'm an avid journaler. I journal every night. I never miss a night unless I'm absolutely exhausted and can't go on. And I will admit, the days that I did those herbal lives, I could not go on. I could not journal those nights. I had exhausted myself. Hi, Espen. Love you to pieces. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Heather, this community has been absolutely, they just gather you up in their arms and hug you, and it's just amazing. And Jen has been so kind to me, and so open-armed to me, and just allowed the community to really welcome me in, and I'm very grateful for her. And I'm so grateful to the community for doing that for me. Hey, Jeannie, how you doing, honey? Welcome. The draw is on the cooking stream tomorrow, Espen? I will be there. So excited. Anyway, those are just some things that I do morning and night. I journal my gratitudes at night for the day, because so many things happen each day. I can't keep track if I don't. So I want to be sure that I am am keeping track of what happened that day that I'm so grateful for, and especially as of late, because my subscription, my hugs coming into my channel so much each day, I'm so grateful for, and I want to keep track of that, and so I'm always adding that into my gratitudes at night, and my people that I'm so grateful for, and so many of you are listed in my journal. Espen, Heather, Jeannie, all of you are listed in my journal, because I'm so grateful to you, all of you. I mean, everybody in every card in here is listed in my journal. Hey, Jen. Every person in here is listed in my journal because of the gratitude I have. I was just talking about you, Jen, and how grateful I am to you for having this community, and for having them accept me so much and hug me so much. And how grateful I am for that. And we're talking about gratitudes and having a drink. So if anybody's got a drink, let's toast. Let's toast to gratitude. Cheers. I am drinking Squirt and Jack Daniel's honey mixed together. I absolutely love Jack Daniel's honey. I don't know why this is not letting me make a moderator, but it's not. It usually does, but it's not doing it. I'm trying though. Yeah, it's not letting me. So anyway, that's where we're at. Done with that. Give me my camera back. I cherish you too, Jeannie. Oh, wait till you have them, Jen. You're going to love them. I always have cherished you too, Jeannie. We've been friends for so long. Oh, God, might go away. I can't even, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not even having the ability to I'm trying to, guys. I'm trying to take care of this here. Sorry. It's just not letting me, and I can't figure out why. Sorry. And now I've lost you guys. Okay, there you are. Gotcha. Nice, God's beauty. Enjoy. Cheers. I'll cheers with you. My daughter's worrying, and she shouldn't. So, let's see. I have some other topics here I wanted to talk about. We talked about, so my doll that I got today, I wanted to talk about the fact that I got her for a ghost doll or a spirit doll. Because we have a spirit here, I think I've talked about on other videos, who likes to clank around in our kitchen. She's not at all destructive, or, you know, she clanks around in there, but she doesn't like disturb anything. Awesome, Heather. She clanks around in there, but she doesn't really hurt anything or throw things, or, you know, you just hear spoons and forks moving around, and once in a while you'll hear the cupboard. Once in a while the front door will open, even when it's locked, and that's a little creepy. But I think the thing is, she's really lonely. And so I bought her a doll so that she could possibly, if she wanted to, go in there. And I found it, guys. And maybe go with us to Texas. And I think that would be absolutely awesome. So I am going to have her do that. Go with us to Texas. If I can possibly get her into the doll, I'm going to take the doll with us to Texas and take her if she'd like to go. Simply because I think she's extremely lonely. And she's been with us for 2.5 years now. And I talked to her. I've named her Victoria Marie. I talk to her and I try to spend time in the kitchen at night, trying to communicate with her. She doesn't really communicate back, but I try, you know, I try to really make her part of our family, and she hasn't left, so I'm assuming that she's either comfortable in this house, and she hasn't been destructive, so I feel like she's comfortable with us. So at any rate, that's why I bought the big doll today. So that's a new venture I'm gonna try. Cheers! Cheers, Heather. Yum. I think she would too. The doll's name is Jessica, but I don't see changing her name because I've been calling her Victoria all this time. So I'm not going to change her name to Jessica because the doll's name is Jessica. I'm just going to keep calling her Victoria. And I think I call her Victoria because it's a regal name, and I feel like she's a very, I don't know, I just feel like she's very, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? She's very upstanding, very regal. Regal is the word. She's just very upstanding and regal. She's got a very, I want to say posthumous, but I think that's the wrong word. She's just very regal. And I named her Marie because I kind of feel like she's possibly of culture. So that's her name. I think she will too, and I'm going to bring her. And I'm going to work tonight on getting her in the doll and see if I can't motivate her to receive the doll as her host. So, and I'm going to work on that tonight. Well, if I don't get inebriated. If I get inebriated, it'll be tomorrow. But I am hoping to do that tonight. And I think she will love the tea parties. Hello, Andre. Elegant. That's the word, elegant. She's very elegant. And I think this doll is going to be perfect. The curls, the lace, the little tie she wears, I think it's going to be perfect. I think she could have a fancier dress and it would be more Victoria's style, but I don't think that's going to be hard to solve because her clothes come off. Exactly, Heather. Exactly. I think we're going to have a blast. Can't wait for the next one. And I can't remember what day she said they're going to be. Do you? And can you tell me? Because I've totally spaced it. And I'll write it down if you can tell me. We don't have a whole lot of people in here either, but I do want to demure. That's a good word. Thank you, love. I do have an announcement I want to make about drawings and giveaways. Probably Monday we're going to do a redraw for the giveaway if I don't hear from Which Please exclamation point. It's not Which Please, it's Which Please exclamation point. I've contacted him a couple of times and not heard any response. So if I don't hear from him by Sunday, and I've let him know that, then we're going to redraw the giveaway. And I need to talk about some of the things that I'm going to change about the drawing. Hey, Jenna. Welcome. So good to see you. You can't remember either, Heather? It's okay. I'm sure she's going to announce it, so I'm not really worried. Excuse me. So, Jenna, we're just having a drink and just chatting, really, talking about gratitude and how important it is, and daily routines and daily magic, and how you can keep it going by having daily routines morning and night. A lot of people talk about having daily magic, and I think daily magic is important, but I think if you have a daily routine in the morning and at night, you're going to be going well into daily magic. Lighting candles and incense is really important. Sherry Bug, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We're having a drink and just chatting. Welcome and cheers. Here you go, Heather. My good friend Jeannie is here somewhere. Hey guys, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Would love to see you more often. So I was going to talk about drawings. So what's going on is a couple of things. I'm doing drawings and I'm listing everyone on my subscribers list, and the problem with that is I've had 2 people on the subscribers list not respond. And so I'm not going to do that anymore. If you're on my subscribers list and you want to be involved in a contest, you're going to have to contact me. Those of you who are in the my general community, I know you want to be involved in the contest. Oh, thank God, huh, Jenna? Getting to relax and catch me live, that's awesome. Those of you that are involved in the general community who are always around, I know that you want to be involved in the drawings. Heather, Kimberkiss, Sherry Bug, I'm assuming that you're subscribed to me and I've got you on the list as well. Let me think. I've got a lot of names in here. A lot of names that I know are involved. Espen, Butterfly Magic, Charlie Hanna. I have a lot of names that are involved, and all of my new subscribers I am waiting to hear from. I'm not going to just put people in the drawings. So just so you know, if you want to be involved in the drawings, I need to hear from you. If you're in the general community that's always around, I know you want to be involved in the drawings. So you guys don't have to contact me. Yay, Sherry, yay! So, but those of you who are just new subscribers or have just subscribed and aren't really involved and are watching this video, I need to hear from you if you want to be part of the drawings. I've also had people who are subscribers win a drawing and not be really interested in the reading or the giveaway, and turned it down. So I don't want you to feel like you have to turn it down. So if you're not interested in a drawing, then the best way to be would, if you're not interested in the drawing, please let me know so that I know not to put your name in. And that way you don't have to sit in front of everyone and turn it down. Hey Irish, good to see you. Welcome. We're having a drink and chatting. Yes, I asked for a comment. Please say something. Let me know that you want to be involved in the drawing. I would really appreciate that. And then I know, and that way I can put your name in the drawing, because otherwise I don't know. And those, like I said, those in the general group that are always around, I know you guys want to be involved, but I don't know that everybody does, so I need to know. So that's enough on that subject. Let's see. Oh, Squirt and Honey Jack, I'm telling you, they're delicious together. Let's talk about balancing YouTube and regular life. How does that go for everybody? Does anybody have a problem with that? Because I find, personally, I have a problem with that. I'm admitting it. I need YouTube's anonymous. I totally need a YouTube's anonymous, because I do not do well with managing my life and YouTube. I end up, like yesterday, I had to take a day off because I will end up spending an entire day on YouTube and not taking care of what I need to take care of. That's okay, no worries. I actually didn't just end the comment, but and sometimes you just have to do that. You just have to end someone. Yeah, I don't watch TV, and to be honest with you, I don't really watch Netflix. I'm a YouTube addict. I really am a YouTube addict, and I watch so many channels. It's just not funny. And Jen, I never miss. There's a gal named Nona Grace. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but I love her to pieces, and I don't miss hers. I watch hers all the time, and I go back and watch people over and over. Lady Grave Dancer, I have watched her videos so many times, and I'm itching because she hasn't come out with a new one in about 3 or 4 weeks. Let's see who else I watch all the time. Willow Wind. Jen, her name is Jen too, but she's Jen. And oh my God, Conjurer's Table, Maddie. I just watch so many channels, and I'm a freak. I watch YouTube all the time. I have to really be careful. And if I'm not watching, I'm recording. And if I'm not recording, I'm live. And so I have to really be careful. Like today is a day that I've just decided to dedicate to YouTube, so I don't care. Yeah, I have to really watch the time, Jenna, because I'll be on here and not even notice that it's 3 and I have to get up the next day at 9, and I have to really watch it. Because I'm up late most nights anyway. I've said it before in my videos. I like to get up really early, and I like to not go to bed at night. Yes. Yes, Sherry, but you're right. It's really hard. You have to go to their channels to really catch them, because the ratings are hard to... Yes. Ember Honey Raven, yes. There's 2 other Ravens I watch, and I always can't remember. I just know they're Ravens, so I will type into my subscribing, the people that I'm subscribed to. I'll go look at Ravens, because the Ravens are the ones I watch. There's 2 Ravens other than Ember Honey. And I just watched one last night while I was doing herbs for like 2 hours. Yes, you're right, Heather. I'll be outside more than I'll be watching YouTube soon. But right now YouTube is my life. I am a YouTube freak, and it's terrible because I'm being honest. I'm being true. I need a YouTube anonymous. Right? And I have my phone, and I caught myself the other day taking my phone outside and watching YouTube while I was outside with my dog. It's bad. I'm a bad, bad girl. Shame on me. But I can't help it. It's so addictive. It really is addictive, and you get stuck on a show or a live. See, on the shows it's not so bad because I can pause them and come back. But if I'm in a live, Jen, especially, if I'm in a Jen live, I hate leaving it. I'll take her to the kitchen to cook dinner, and just listen while I'm cooking and be in and out, you know. But it drives me crazy to not be in there when she's talking about a subject that I want to say something. Because I don't know if you guys notice, but I'm just like this on the computer when she's talking. I have a comment to say. I can't help it. Yes, both of the Jens. I'm just hooked. Yeah, Amber Honey's great. Was it Tiger Moon? Moon Tiger Path. I love Moon Tiger Path. You are, Jeannie. I have you in there. Yep, I have you in there. Jeannie, are you interested in paganism? I'm just asking because I don't know. I know that you're very Christian, but I know there are a lot of Christian pagans and a lot of Christians who do pagan work, and pagans who do Christian work. So I guess that's the same thing, but I know there are a lot, and so I just don't know, and that's why I'm asking. A lot of pagans do, a lot of Christians do candle magic, a lot of Christians do incense magic and sachet magic. So I'm just curious because this would be the perfect kit for you if you won, because it has kind of all that involved in it. Can't tell if my husband's calling me or not. Do you, Sherry Bud? He's talking to somebody, but it must be my daughter. I'll be honest, I don't know how that works completely, but I do know that a lot of Christian witches work candle magic and do incense magic and do sachet magic and have a very keen relationship with Jesus and God and incorporate it all. And I do know how that works because I have a goddess at this point. For years I didn't, and I didn't know how that worked. Rosie's a little stinker. She didn't come in today. Let me see if I can get her. Are you calling me?
No, hurry the goddamn hell up.
Shut up. Rosie, your audience wants to see you. Come on. Come say hi. Come say hi. There's nothing in it. I didn't do it yet. Are you hungry? Are you hungry, little girl? Are you hungry? Let me go through. Come say hi, Rosie. Come here. Here's Rosie. Oh, can you see her? There she is. Say hi, Rosie. Rosie, come over here. Say hi, Rosie. Say hi. Say hi here. Look at eye donkey. She's rotten. 3 different herbs that came in it. you know they're used for. Can you tell me? Sure. Ask me anything. Say hi, Rosie. Say hi back. Say hi, Heather. Oh, that's perfect, Sherry. I totally understand that. I actually believe in source, I don't know how to explain it, but source energy, and that gods and deities come to us from that source as we need them. Elderberries, coulter saltbush, and laurel bay leaves. Okay. Bay leaves, I can tell you, give strength and grounding. They also work on the spiritual body of self. Not so much, I guess I need to move this back up. Not so much the spiritual body of spirit, but yeah, she is an oldie, but on the spiritual body of self. And so if you're working on your own spirit, like say you're doing chakra work, burning bay leaf is such a good thing to do. Be careful when burning bay leaf, because I didn't know this the first time I burnt it, and it actually sparks and fizzles and scares the poop right out of you. But bay leaf is really good for when you're working on self, doing shadow work, working on your own spirituality, trying to raise your own vibration. Bay leaf is really good for that. It's also great to write wishes on and throw in a fire or burn. It takes your wishes up to the universe or up to the gods, however you believe. And so bay leaf, I know that about. Elderberries, I would have to look. And I have never heard of saltbush. So let me look. I get my trusty books. Elderberries, I have not had the chance to work with because I don't have any. But I have wanted so badly. I should have looked in my other book too, because I have a lot more information in that, but let me see. Magical uses for elder. If worn, elder wards off attacks of every kind. Let me see if this is berries. Okay, it's going to be part of this. Used in burial rites. Sacred to many mother goddess figures due to the white flowers. Let's see the berries. Berries. Are you just asking about elderberry in general or the berries itself? There you go. Natural antiviral. Cherry bug. Jen, can you talk a little about elderberries? Jen knows a lot more about elderberry, I'm sure, than I do. And let me look up saltbush, because I've never heard of that. Saltbush. Jen, the taxidermy witch, are you still with me? Is there any way you could talk, Jen, about elderberries for Jenna? She's asking about elderberry, and I don't know much about it. I mean, I could read about it for you, but I'm not getting actual berry information. I'm getting elder information. I'm not finding the berry. I'm sure it's in there though. Let's just keep reading. Hung over the door and windows, it keeps evil from the house. It also has the power to force an evil magician to release any enchantments or spells they may have cast against you. Here we go. The berries, when carried, protect against evil and negativity. Grown in the garden It protects against the household against ravages of sorcery and shields it from lightning. To bless a person, place, or thing, scatter the leaves and berries of elder to the four winds in the name of the person or object to be blessed, and then scatter some more over the person or object, and it is done. To lose a fever, poke an elder twig into the ground while keeping completely silent. Toothaches may be alleviated by chewing on a twig and then placing it into the wall while saying, "Depart, thou evil spirit." That's of course part of the folklore. Warts can be cured by rubbing them with the green elder twig and then burying it to rot in the mud. They bring good luck to a wedding couple. Pregnant women kiss the tree for good fortune of the coming babies. Place elderberries beneath the pillow if you have difficulty sleeping, and they will allow you to slumber peacefully. Let me look in my other book here. This usually has elder, L-L-E-L. Elder. Yeah, prevents psychic attack. See, the problem is I don't have elderberries and love spells prevent cheating. The problem with me is I don't have the food one. So I can't give you that type of information. I can only give you the magical information. And Jen would be the one to ask about any type of food information. But from what I can see, it protects against psychic attacks. It's good to use in love spells. And makes great jelly. My grandmother used to make it too, elderberry jelly. Oh, so good. And syrup. I'm sorry that I wasn't more help. Rosie, can I scoot up to my desk, darling? I don't want to squish your feet. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry if I wasn't more help, but it does make... Oh, it does attract fae. I didn't know that. Coastal saltbush, I have not found any information on in my books either. So I honestly never even heard of it. Coastal saltbush. Transformation, peace, protection, and strength. I'm going to write that down because I won't remember it, and I'd like to think that maybe it'll be in Texas. Salt bush. Transformation. Sorry, just writing. Peace, protection, and strength. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to put that in my book. Jeannie Magana, dear, are you still with us? Uh-oh, you know what that means. If there were a waitress nearby, I'd do that really loud so she'd know my drink was empty. They do sound great, don't they, Heather? I want some. Oh, thank you, Jen. I would really appreciate that. Oh, Sherry Bug, thank you. She is my world. I'm not even kidding. This dog is my world. I take her to the store with me. I take her to the doctor's office with me, and she's so well behaved. When I take her to the doctor and they, you know, where they take it away and all that stuff, I tell her to lay down and stay right under the counter there, and she lays down, she stays there. They take me to weigh me, they do my blood pressure, they do all that stuff, and then I tell her to come on, and she stays there the whole time. She's so well behaved. I am in need of a refill, but I hate to leave the room, so I can't wait to get those photos. I'm excited. I am an herb freak, and I learned going through my cabinet with you guys. I'm so glad that I did that. Even if it doesn't get a ton of views, and I haven't even looked to see how many views it got or if it was super interesting to anybody or not, but even if it doesn't, it was so good for me to do that, to purge through that, because I realized I'm not using half the herbs I need to be using, and it really made me want to rearrange how I use them, because I'm not doing that enough. And I realized too that there were a couple I needed to get rid of in going through that and restock, because I had not used them in so long. So I'm excited that I did that, because now I can step up my game a little bit, so that was good. Perfectly all right in some quantities. The leaf should not be eaten in large amounts, since oxalic acid can bind up the body's supply of what? Like visiting old friends. Calcium, leading to the nutritional deficiency. It is oxalic acid that gives such a rhubarb of their acid flavor. Cooking the leaves will greatly reduce their content. People have a tendency to rheumatism, arthritis, gout, kidney stones. Should take special precaution if this plant is in their diet, since it can aggravate their condition. Which plant are we talking about, Amanda? The coastal saltbush or elderberry? Saltbush, okay. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. I actually copied that link, put it on another thing. Jenna, you did all go and watch them. I missed it. Where to go? I missed those videos you did. I'll go and watch them with my favorite kind of videos. I'll watch them with a sticky beak. Oh, what a sweetie. I love dogs. The black labs who's getting up there in age. German Shepherd who I know. Dogs are just, I love cats, don't get me wrong, but dogs are my heart. I have 2 cats that are my heart as well, but not, it's not that I don't love my cats, because I do. They're my cats. You know, I love them dearly. Juju is just the biggest. He's a Norwegian forest cat, and he's huge. And he is such a lover. He loves all over you. And then I've got a Himalayan, Smokey, who is also a lover. He loves all over you, but he's picky about who he loves. But Rosie is, I don't know how to explain Goldens, but they're retrievers. So labs are very similar. But they're like lap dogs, but big. They do nothing but worship the ground you walk on. They want to be with you all the time. They want to love you all the time. They want you loving them all the time. And that is hard to, when something loves you that much, it is really hard not to love it back that much. And she is just my heart. She is just my heart. She is just an awesome, 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 awesome companion. Yes, saltbush. Okay, Jenna. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad you got to be here. I'll wait those pictures. I can't wait. I hope I catch you on Skype soon and we can talk. And everybody here Skype me. It's just Linnea on Skype, and I would love to talk with anybody. I love to sit and visit. I get so bored sometimes, and especially when there's nothing on YouTube to watch, or I've watched and I kind of want something different to do. I love it. Can can I take a quick break and go refill my drink? Would that be cool with everybody? Add a GoldenEye Yellow Lab mix. It's 8 weeks old. It's just about killed me. Oh, I know. See, this is my problem, and this is what I do. I adopt them older on purpose just because they don't get... You know, people get a dog and it gets older and they're through with it, especially if it's a big dog, because they don't want to have to take care of it once it gets to the age where it passes, because it's expensive. Let's all admit it. It's expensive to take care of a dog when they pass. And the larger they are, the more expensive it is. So, so I adopt them when they're older on purpose. First of all, because I training dogs for me is difficult. It's not that it's difficult, it's just I don't have a lot of patience left in me, and I want to wait until we have our own home and the time to really train a dog. But we do plan on getting a puppy or two that are Goldens. I will, Heather, thank you. But I always end up adopting the older ones, and then I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty because there's so many I want to adopt, but then they die, and it's so hard. People are horrible. People are just horrible. She was a puppy mill dog. I don't know how many litters she had, but her tummy just hangs, and she was 8 when we got her. And they literally charged me nothing but the gas money to meet me halfway to give her to me. It was like she was nothing to them. And they handed her over to me. It was like there was no love. They were just like, here you go, thanks. And they charged me no money. And she's a purebred. And it's horrible how people are. Yes, I'm so sorry. It does hurt so bad. Okay, I'm going to make a drink. Don't leave. I'll be right back. You want out? Somebody's messaging me somewhere, but I'm missing it. And my OBS is red, so I don't know what that means. So anyway, I'll be right back. You're in the way, baby. You gotta come this way. Come on. Come. You're knocking my rocks off. Come over here, Rose. Okay, now go. There you go. Love you. Okay, I'm back. And I brought supplies. Oh. I don't have to leave again. Don't you hate it when cans are dirty? And you don't want to get the dirty in your... Yeah, you and me both, Amanda. I love dogs too. I love them so much. I love all animals. Someday, so I don't know if I've told the story before. I think I have. That my son is buying land and moving our trailer out there with his, but we saved cans, so I'm not throwing that away. But when he does, I'm getting goats and chickens and I don't know what all, but I'm getting things. And I'm definitely getting goats. Jen did that to me. Jen and Alex. This is going to get loud, sorry. I already took the whiskey, so now I have to stir it up. But Jen and Alex did that to me because I love their goats, so I gotta have some. Yes, stocking up, Heather. Sorry about that. Me too, Sherry. I grew up on a farm. And we had everything. We had cows, we had pigs, we had everything. See, I don't know what that dinging is. It's not my phone. But we had everything. I love cows too. They're so sweet. When I was a kid, yes, Zora and Rosemary, what's not to love? They're amazing, and they make me want one so bad. No kill retirement for abandoned pets. I would too. I know we're gonna have horses too because my husband is gonna, my son is gonna get them. I need to, where'd my pad go? Here it is. Sarah. My son is gonna get horses and I'm gonna get a horse. I don't know if my husband wants one, but I think he does. And so we're definitely going to have horses. We're definitely going to have goats. We're definitely going to have chickens because I love fresh eggs. I think my son is going to put a pond out there. Yes, I know you're getting horses, Amanda. I think my son is going to put a pond out there, and if he does, we're definitely going to have ducks because I don't know if you guys have ever had them, but duck eggs are so much richer than chicken eggs. They're so good. So we're definitely going to get ducks if he does put his pond out there. I wouldn't keep them captive, but if he puts them out there, you can put boxes up where the ducks will lay, and you can have eggs without keeping the ducks captive. I don't think keeping ducks captive is healthy for them. I've seen people do it, but it's not good. Oh no, I can't imagine selling them either, but those miniature horses are so adorable. You're so lucky. Oh God, they're so cute. And they're so tiny. Duck egg pasta. Ugh. Duck egg. Anything. Duck eggs are so good. And they're huge. Well, they're not huge, but compared to a chicken egg, they're huge. And the yolk is so dark and rich on them. It's amazing. It's so different from a chicken egg. It's so hard to explain. It's just like the difference between goat's milk and cow's milk. It's so different. It's hard to explain. Yes! Your new emu egg I've never had, but I hear things about it, but I've never had it. But those are enormous. I have a couple of emu egg shells. Those are enormous. They're beautiful too. We had a neighbor that blew one out for me and gave it to my son. Well, it wasn't for me, but he gave it to my son, and my son gave it to me. And yes, I bet they are too. I've never had one either, but oh God, I bet they're delicious. Yes, Heather, I could use my new rolling pin too. Man, I hope I get one of those. I know you want the teak one, but I want the oak one. I'm an oak girl. Just because oak is my tree. I don't know why, but oak is definitely my tree. I love oak because I don't know why, but I always have. I when I was a kid, I climbed oaks. Where I lived, I grew up with oaks, so it's just always kind of been my tree. But that teak one was beautiful. That teak one, the wood grain in it was gorgeous, and I can't wait to see how it turns out after the after all the oiling on all of them. I can't wait to see what they look like. And I guess he's going to do it tomorrow, he said. So that's going to be exciting as all heck. I can't wait. I hope I'm on when he does it. I don't know what time. He said during the I see us having him too. I do. I see us having him. Maybe we should do little candle work tonight, huh? Oaks are majestic and they're enormous, and they it's not so much how tall they get, but they just sprawl out everywhere. They just take up so much room, and and their limbs just go crazy different shapes and all around, and they're just gorgeous. Sherry, it was amazing how he does that. I don't know. He just makes it look so stinking easy. He makes it look like there's nothing to it. Like you just sews right through it like it's nothing. Yeah, do some mojo. Yeah, willows are beautiful. And if I had to pick a willow tree, though, I wouldn't pick the weeping willow. Like everybody talks about the weeping willow, and it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. But I like the crooked willow best. I made my wand out of a crooked willow, and they're just cool because they grow like that. They just grow all crooked and twiny and twisted and everywhere. And they look like a witch's tree. They look like they belong on a witch's property. And if I were going to plant willows, that's the willow I'd plant. Surround my farm in them. Yep. Oh, do they? I don't know. That's cool. Be careful, Amanda. Don't put them too close to the house. Or the cows. Or the horses. So, Heather, what are you drinking? And Sherry, are you having a drink with us? I know there's a lot of people in here, but nobody's talking. Just us. Just us chickens. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Yeah, they're hard to, you got to really keep up on them if you want them to. My sister had, oh my God, I love birch. Birch is my second favorite tree. That's the honest truth. Birch is my second favorite tree. It's so beautiful how the bark, I just love the look of the bark, how it's white and gray, and God, I love it. Angry Orchard, my husband loves it. Now rose, I don't know about. I've never tried that, but he likes the apple, the green apple, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, that's right. You had white wine. That's right. You like sycamore, Heather? I like the oak, the birch, and then the next would be cedar. Although I will warn you, don't ever get a cedar for Christmas tree. If you do, be very careful, because for some reason when they drop needles, they only drop the tip. And we got one year for Christmas, and it dropped those tips of the needles, and oh my Lord, we got them in our feet. That's your second favorite, maple? I love maple too. Maple's beautiful, and I love the leaves. Those cedar trees will kill your feet, let me tell you, because once you get those stickers in your feet, they don't come out. The rose ones, Heather, you're sending to your friend? Were they good? I've never even heard of them. I might like to try one though. Rose. Did it get your feet? Man, my poor kids. I felt so bad for them. I had tweezers trying to get those things out. It was just terrible. Oh, okay. We had a huge one. Our ceiling was vaulted, so we had like a 7. Amanda, how big was it? 7 or 8 feet. It was huge. It was a huge tree, and it just dropped all the little tiny, tiny tips of the needles, and they would get in your feet and you couldn't get them out. It was terrible. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're terrible. Yeah, you were pretty young. You probably, it was 7 or 8 feet. It was huge, but it's like rosé wine, but apple. Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna have to try those. I'm gonna write it down because I'll forget. You guys will see me doing this a lot, writing everything down, because I don't remember anything, especially right now in the retro. Forget it. What were they again? Angry Orchard. Rose. Gonna look for them. Yes, that sounds delicious. I'm gonna have to try them. Amanda would even like to try those, right, Amanda? We both like wine, and Mandy especially likes the rosé. So rose, Amanda, rose wine. Doesn't that sound delicious? I would really like to try that. I will tell you, ladies, I think is all we have. Well, we have 6. We've got some lurkers. I don't know who all's in here, but packing my herbs away was probably the hardest thing I have ever done. Oh, it gives you a headache, Heather? You know what I do when I'm going to have a few drinks? Like tonight I was going to have 3 or 4. I take ibuprofen before I start drinking so that I don't get a headache. And then when I'm done drinking, I pound water. I pound it. Because if I don't, I get all dehydrated. Anyway, packing my herbs was so hard. Like rose water. Oh my gosh, wasn't it cool the other day when we had the tea party and we all got to kind of throw an herb out there, and Jen made the tea. We did the same thing the next day. Well, we didn't because I wasn't there, but I didn't get to be there. But wasn't it cool when she made another tea? I think it was a prosperity tea. Maybe it was a money tea. It was a money tea. She made the next day. And everybody got to kind of throw an herb in there, I think. Oh my God, it was so cool. Yes, preventative. Because it's not that I get headaches really when I drink, because I don't think I do, but I don't want to. I don't want to get a headache when I drink. My husband gets them when he drinks, so I'm careful not to get them when I drink. I just don't want one. Headaches hurt, and I don't like pain. It hurts me. I'm going to light an incense real quick. I like my incense going. And I like opium incense. I love all incense, don't get me wrong, and Nag Champa is probably my very favorite. But then I found opium, and now it's my very favorite. And the sad thing is I run out too quick. I run out way too quick of opium. Way too quick. Oh, tickle in my nose. All I wanted was to taste it, Heather. Oh, It was the Tannus. Okay. A wine that wasn't soaked in the wine barrels. I mean the oak barrels. My nose is itchy. Yeah, didn't that sound delicious? And you know, a thing I love, and I buy it, and I'm silly for buying it because I have orange peels. I have big chunks of orange peels because I dry my orange peels myself. So something that sounded delicious that she did in the money tea was orange peels, clove, and I buy orange spice tea. It's crazy for me to buy it when I can make it, because it is. It's just clove, orange spice, probably a little cinnamon stick, maybe some nutmeg, but I'm not sure about that. But I'm positive that it's cinnamon, clove, and orange spice. I mean, an orange peel, and I can make that myself. And it just never crossed my mind to make my orange spice tea myself. And I am so gonna do it. Probably, well, not tonight, but probably tomorrow, because I drink herbal tea every night. I just normally drink the orange spice or the ginger every night, and I could have made it myself. Exactly. Exactly. Because I buy oranges to eat them just to have the orange peel. And to be honest, I just lay my orange peel out on a table. I peel it and I just lay it out on a table to dry. And it's warm enough in my house that it dries. It just dries and gets nice and hard, and then I break it up and make chunks out of it. I think I showed it. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can. Can you see it here? But I just peel it, and once it's peeled, I lay it out on a table and it gets nice and hard, and then I break it. I just break pieces off and put it in the jar. Yep, that's it. That's all there is to it. I should do that while we're sitting here. I'm just going to grab my jar. Might as well. We're just chatting. Snarfle, snarfle. Oh, my mom used to do that. And she would candy ginger. Oh, my Lord, I love candied ginger. And you know, I can make it. I just don't. It's silly. I bet my daughter would love that. Candied ginger. It's so good. Have you guys ever had candied ginger? You make it the same way as you do the orange peels. Oh, I bet they were amazing. Dipped in chocolate. If you ever do this and they don't really crack, they're not ready. So if you ever make them and they don't crack, if they peel like that one just did, it's not ready. If they don't pop, they're not ready to go. They're not dry enough. Like that one just peeled, so it's not ready. See how it cracked? Those are dry. Yeah, doesn't that sound good? Oh, Moonies. I love candied ginger. My mom would make it all the time because ginger's not expensive. It really isn't for the amount you can get, you know, 2 something a pound, and you can get a lot of ginger for a pound. And I honestly dry it myself in the oven. I just cut it in slices and make sure they're small. After you cut it in slices, and then you cut it in pieces that are pretty small, and then just stick it in the oven on the lowest temperature. And it takes a while because it's got a lot of water content to it. And my lowest setting is 170, and it probably takes about, it takes a while, a couple hours, maybe 3, to dry. And then I have perfect ginger root, and I didn't pay an arm and a leg for it from a spice company. And I get a good quarter pound or more out of $5 or $6 at most. I get a pound out of $5 or $6. I'm exaggerating. I probably pay $3 for a quarter pound, $3 or $4. You can weigh it out when you go. Depends on the prices at your grocery store, and it depends on which grocery store I buy it from here, because we have one that's fairly cheap and one that's not, and one that's super high, but I never shop there. Hi, Alan Payne. You are the bomb too, Alan Payne. Alan Payne is my husband, for those of you who don't know, and he is awesome. I am breaking up orange peels and having a drink. Cheers. Cheers, buddy. What? What am I looking at? You should, Heather. It's so good. What am I looking at, buddy? Oh, well. Cheers. Oh, look. That's what you're saying. Look. He tells me I don't look at the camera enough, that I look down too much. But I'm popping orange peel. So I'm looking down because I'm putting it in a jar. I'm sorry. He always tells me I look down too much. I don't look at the camera enough. I'm looking too much at the chat. I don't mean to. I can't help it. I want to see what everyone's saying. My stinker husband, my buddy. I found the perfect man, and I believe wholeheartedly I manifested him. The minute I met him, this is the true story. I was married when I met him. And no, I did not leave my husband for him. But I met him, and I turned to my best friend, and I told her, that is the man I should have married. And she said, you're awesome, buddy. She said, you're crazy. You're married. And I said, I didn't say I should leave my husband. I said the man I should have married was him. I should have married that man. Well, 2 years and a few months later, husband and I were divorcing. I went to work all upset because husband and I were divorcing. That day, we decided to get a divorce, and who walked into my restaurant but Alan Payne. And there you go, the rest is history. Right, Alan Payne? Some things are just meant to be, you know, it's just the way it's supposed to be, and you know it. You know it when you know it, and time proves it. Yeah, he did make sure I knew he was awesome. He was, and he still is. Anyway, I dropped an orange peel. So candied ginger, I think everyone should try themselves because I think it's I think it's so easy to make and it's so good, and I should make it more often. Oh, that's nothing. We ran across each other in school so many times it wasn't even funny, and never knew it. Ran in the same circle of friends, never met. There's just a million ways I could tell you that we were supposed to connect, but it was funny. Happens when it's supposed to happen. Newest sisters in school. It was weird. It was so weird. So weird. But anyway, let's see what else we got on the list here to talk about. Do a healing. I'm going to do that with a doll. I'm going to actually do a healing with a doll. So you can see how I do that. Oh, I was going to tell you guys some good news about Texas. That's what I was going to do. Good news about Texas that I haven't even told my daughter. Oh, Sherry, when it is meant to be, it will be, regardless of your situation. I was married. When you meet the right person, you'll know you meet the right person. And I'm telling you the honest truth. You'll know it right then. It is all about timing, Heather. But I'm going to give you guys some news about Texas that even my daughter doesn't know. My son called me the other day and said, guess what? You have a car. And I said, I have a car. And he goes, you sure do. It's a Honda Accord 2006, and here it is. And he showed it to me. And it is gorgeous. Tinted windows. It is gorgeous. It's got a beautiful stereo. It's ready to go. He said it shakes a little bit. It has a fuel pump issue. I'm going to put a new one in for you. It will be detailed and ready for you to drive when you get here. Because my husband's a mechanic. I mean, my son's a mechanic. So we got a car waiting for us when we get to Texas. And I was so sad because I have to sell my car and my truck. I think I mentioned that. So when we got there, we were going to be carless. Well, now we've got a brand new car. Not brand new, but 2006. I mean, it's not like it's an old car. It's not like it's super old. So look at that. We got a new car when we get there. So we're not carless. Yay, Amanda! See? We got a car. So I know that someone is going to be jealous because they like Hondas, but whoop whoop. I'm telling you, every spell I'm doing is coming into fruition. Everything I am all the what do you call it? All the prosperity that I'm putting out there is coming to me. It's really amazing that everything, especially right now because retrograde is going. So all this stuff is happening during retrograde. I can't imagine what's going to happen when retrograde ends. Yes, we're actually in California, Sherry, and we're moving to Texas at the end of April, maybe the beginning to the middle of May. We're not positive when. We're waiting on a retirement boom to come in, and as soon as that comes in, we're out of here. So we're waiting on that, and that should be end of April. So, or mid-May, and we'll be out of here. And so as soon as that happens, we're going to Texas, and now we've got a car. So exactly, Amanda. That's because it was supposed to happen. Heather, you have a Honda Accord? Those things can dry. They're like cockroaches. They never die. You could stick them in a microwave and they go forever. I'm so excited. Yes, I'm so excited, Sherry Bug. My son lives in Texas, and he's been trying to get us to move there for years. And we've been trying to move there for years, but my husband and I. But it's been challenging, to say the least. I actually, we don't have a really big income, my husband and I. So it's been really challenging. And then my daughter decided to go, and it's all kind of aligning. Since she said she was going, everything is falling into place. Everything since she said, you know what, I'm ready to move to Texas. It's like cards shuffling perfectly. It's just weird to explain, but the minute she said, I want to go, everything just went right into place. It's crazy. Oh, you have a Mazda. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. The newest car I think we've ever owned is a 2003? 2003. Yeah, 2003. I mean, my daughter, she owns a new car. She was able to buy a new car, but we own like a 2003 or 2004. I can't remember. But this will be the newest car we've ever owned. Yeah, it is totally meant to be, Sherry. Totally meant to be. So exciting. I can't wait to get there. So many reasons. First of all, we'll be near my son. Second of all, the water is 87 degrees year-round. Third of all, everything in the world you want to plant grows in eastern Texas. It just is so humid there that everything grows. Let's see. The next reason is we'll be on our own land in less than 2 years. We're going to be able to buy all the animals we wanted. We're going to be able to afford to have the land we need to expand the way we want to expand. Hopefully we'll get to have meet and greets in Salem, at the witchy areas in Salem. Hopefully we'll get to have meet and greets in New Orleans. I would just love to meet all you guys, to meet up and be able to do things together, and I really look forward to that. Jen is trying to put together retreats when she gets her land, so maybe we can all go do that. I mean, I just am looking forward to so many things happening, because Jen is moving to Texas as well. So we're only going to be an hour from each other, and that was total kismet. I mean, that wasn't even like, we didn't even know it. I just had followed Jen for a long time and wrote her one day and said, oh my God, I can't believe you're moving to Galveston area or Houston area, because we're going to be an hour from Galveston. And that's just like 15, 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes from Houston. And we're going to be like right there, an hour, maybe an hour and a half from one another. And I can't believe you're moving that close. And she was like, what? Are you kidding? And so it's just been insane. Bye, Amanda. Have fun and get it all done, girl. Oh my gosh. So you have a van. I used to have a Chevy Venture van, and I loved that van. I love this community. Sherry, I love this community. Yes, serendipity, Heather. This community has been such a blessing to me. And Jen, I owe her so much, because she, I need to make sure your name is in here. I just need to double check. She introduced so many people to me. She told everybody to check my channel and all that. And I mean, I got a lot of subscriptions because of her. I got a lot of hugs because of her. Butterfly, how you doing, girl? Welcome. But she just welcomed me with open arms, and everyone she knew welcomed me, and it just became this huge, community of welcoming me, and everyone just was so amazing. I just love this community. You're right about that. It's the best community. Hey, Pat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just having a drink and chit-chatting and not really talking about anything specific, but, you know, life lessons. I got this list here we're kind of going through, and we talked about gratitude and morning routines, evening routines, and what else? Balancing YouTube and life, and we haven't talked about anything else yet on the list. Cheers. I'm drinking, let's see, Jack Daniel's honey and squirt. Just plain old squirt. And the two of those together are an amazing drink, let me tell you. So that's what I'm having. And let's see, Heather is having Angry Orchard Rose. And Sherry Bug had some wine earlier, some white wine. And Alan, if he's still in here, he's having tomato beers with Honey Jack shots. And Amanda is doing schoolwork. She just had to leave. So welcome everybody new. That's awesome. Yeah. Yes, I do know the Jack's distilleries in Tennessee, and I'll tell you what, this is the honest truth, I'm being honest. If I ever hit the lottery, ever in my life, I would own a home with a cellar that had walls lined with wine and champagne, because I love them, and two of those big kegs of Tennessee, of Jack Daniels, one just Jack Daniels, and one honey. Because I have a lot of friends that drink Jack Daniels, and I love the honey Jack Daniels, and my husband loves the honey. He's drank a lot more than me today. Right, buddy? So he's excited. But wouldn't we own the Jack kegs, buddy? We would own them. And have them in the basement and have them ready to go at all times, because we are Jack lovers. And I have to put my 6 eyes on now because there's so many people I can't keep up. Angry Orchard. Oh, good. Heather, he's having Angry Orchard too. Oh, I used to love Captain Morgan's, but I'm not a rum drinker anymore. My daughter likes rum. Amanda loves rum. Mandarin. Honeybush tea. Yum. Throw me under the bus. For those of you who just came in, Alan Payne is my husband. My sweet, sweet. Oh, a vodka girl. See, I can't do vodka. I can't. Even when I have a Tom Collins, I have to have it with like white rum. I can't do vodka. Sorry about the 6 eyes, guys. I can't read the chat when it goes so fast. Shauna, welcome. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Alan is having a party with me. We're partying. We're having drinks, Shauna, and just talking, throwing subjects out and covering them. Alan is my buddy, my husband, my partner, my love, my sweet. Hey, hubby, are you the one we hear yelling in the background? He is the sweetest guy. I got lucky. I think I truly manifested him. Truly, truly. I think my incense went out. I'm going to light another one. I don't like it when my incense goes out. Now, I've never had Bombay Sapphire, but I have had gin, and I'm just not a fan. Okay, Shauna, who's Jason, or is it a movie? I did manifest you, you sweet, sweet thing. I just wanted someone to love me, and I got it. Mandy, are you here? Did I miss her? Hey there, Leanne, how you doing? Oh, okay, Heather. I've never tried it. I'm confused, Shauna. Oh, yeah. Okay, how's he doing? Is he doing okay? Better? Cheers, everybody. Oh, gosh. Poor thing. I can't imagine. Wow, I've been on a while. That's okay. As long as everyone's having fun, it works. It works all right. It's okay as long as we're all enjoying it. Anybody gets bored, we'll call it done. I'm having fun. Hey, I got a question. I got a subject we can talk about. Where'd it go? I was looking at it. Should there be rules to witchcraft? Should there be rules? Like, a lot of people believe in reeds. A lot of people don't believe in reeds. Yes, I'm sorry too, Shauna. That's terrible. Yeah, Pat and Shauna are married. Are married or just a couple? Woo! But a lot of people believe there should be rules to witchcraft, and a lot of people believe witchcraft is just witchcraft. And whatever you do, and it's up to you whether you eat your own karma or if there is even karma. So how do you guys believe? Or should we just party and to hell with all the talk? You believe there's rules, Butterfly? Right, Leanne. That's true. Just a couple. Okay, Pat. I was just curious because so many people have different points of view. So I'm giving out all my topics right now that I was going to have different lives on. But, I don't know. I just thought we should have things to talk about. I agree with that, Sherry Bug. True, true, Heather. I think each person, I'm like Sherry Bug, I think each person has their own set of ethics they go by. Agreed. Agreed, Butterfly. Agreed. And I think, like I said, each person has their own set of ethics. So, Wiccans, for instance, generally believe in a reed, and that's their ethic. Their not necessarily a rule, but their ethics that they go by. They believe none harm, none. Candy's had a few drinks, and they believe that you can do what you will. A Grey Witch believes she can do whatever she wants, and she eats the karma for that, and she believes in karma. Many people don't even believe in karma. They just believe they do what they do, and whatever comes back to them, they're willing to accept. So I was just curious what you guys all thought. I agree, Heather. Exactly. Mama Squirrel. I agree. Cool. Just a question I thought I'd throw out there. That was one I was just going to do a whole live on that, but I figured I'd just throw it out there and see what everybody thinks. Cheers, guys. So, Shauna, are you having a drink with us tonight? And Butterfly, are you having a drink with us tonight? I know Pat is having Angry Orchard. And I figured we might as well just have a party on live. Why not? I mean, people have parties together all the time. Food first, I get you, Shauna. I agree, Butterfly. I totally agree with that. Just a quick throw out there, totally off subject. My camera is like way low. Totally off subject, but just a quick throw out there. This glue was $4 at Walmart. Just saying. Big old honking tub, $4 at Walmart, $4.50, something like that. Just saying, for anybody who cares. But I personally have a hard time with karma because I'm like Butterfly. Good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people, and I have a hard time with karma because of that. Yeah, that's true too, Sherry Bug. I don't know. I know that everybody has their own belief system, but I was just curious about what type of conversation we'd have if we threw that out there. Because everyone has such a different view, I knew that it would be a conversation that would go on, you know? And that we would have a good topic for a while. Because, it's like one time I saw a video, I can't remember exactly who did it, because I've watched so many, but somebody threw one out there. Jason is proof, you're right. But somebody threw one out there of karma. Is it is or is it isn't? And for years I believed in karma. For years and years I believed everybody got what they deserved, one way or another, in the end. But over time I've kind of started wondering, is that really true? Because, you know, like Butterfly said, you know, good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people. So is karma really a thing? Or is it a thing that maybe transfers to new generations? Because I've heard that as well. So maybe it's not a thing in this lifetime, but maybe it's a thing in your next, or maybe it's a thing that happens to your your next your offspring or their offspring, or you know, maybe you pass it on down your line and you don't necessarily reap it, but they do. So I don't know. I mean, it's a subject worth delving into. Oh, he needs whiskey. I'll be right back. I took the whiskey. I took it. I'm live, baby. You'll see me tomorrow. I'm live. Silly boy. Okay, I'm back. And sometimes things just happen. You're right. Exactly, Sherry Bug. Do we get it in the next life, or again, do our kids get it? Or thank you. I actually got some new colors. Want to see? Or is it totally off topic and I should wait a few minutes? Of course I brought you whiskey, buddy. I would have made you come get it. Okay, totally off topic, but I'm going to show the girls my new colors. Just because we're girls and we like nail polish. I'm getting a fill this weekend. So when I get my fill, I'm going to take my new colors in. So I have this color, this color. And I have this color. So which one, the pinker one or the purpler one? Which one should I go with, guys? Oh, pink or purpler? Which one? You guys pick and I'll use it. You guys pick and I'll use that one. Totally up to you guys. Purple. I got 1 purple, 2 purple, 3 purple. Whiskey. Oh, I bet that's cool. I would like black. I couldn't find any black because if I could, I would have used it. Purple. Whiskey, Shauna. If I had a whiskey color, I'd use it. Oh well. Earth, yeah. In the spring, mine do too, but I can't plant right now because we're moving, so there's no sense in me getting started. Heather, I don't know where you live, but I wish I could afford to send you my greenhouse, because I would. Okay, purple it is. I'll use purple. I'm getting a fill either tomorrow or Sunday, and I will use the purple. Yeah, they do have a great black. Whiskey, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, buddy. Oh, I bet that's cool, Shauna. You never show yourself, Shauna. By the way, I loved Austin's new video. He is so explanatory and so articulate, that kid. I've got glue all over my fingers. So, tell me, I was just going to ask somebody, where is it at? I just lost it. Where do you live, Heather? Just curious. Cheers. Yeah, I was thinking purple too, personally. I just liked it. It was really, it stood out. And it's so shimmery. It looks cool. Do you like the For You Younger Viewers? Oh. For you younger viewers, I've got the purple. You know, I got some really big compliments the last couple of days. It made me feel so good. I got one that told me I was really full of wisdom. And that made me feel good because I feel like I haven't done a whole lot that's shown my wisdom. And I probably need to get on that. But I got one that said my energy on my videos was super high and they just loved it. And that made me feel so good. I have been getting compliments that just make my heart feel so good. Oh my God, Shauna. Smacker you. Tennessee, that's right. Where in Tennessee again? Right outside of Chattanooga? Name the city again for me. Because you know it doesn't weigh all that much. It's just large. Why? I understand. I shouldn't be pushing. It takes guts. It does. On my first video, I was absolutely terrified. Probably my first, second, third, maybe even fourth video, I was terrified. Pelham, that's right. I was absolutely terrified. I really was. And I thought I would never have the confidence to just talk to the camera. But I started pretending the camera was my husband and my daughter and my kids, and it was easier. It was a lot easier to just pretend, or my sister-in-law. It was just easier to pretend I was talking to somebody I knew, and then it got easier. And then I started realizing everybody I was talking to was my friends, which, by the way, Shauna, they are your friends. And it was way easier. Really? Heather, you'd be willing to do that? Well, let me check how much it weighs. Let me figure out how much it weighs and see what it would cost, because I don't know if I could get a box big enough to put it in or how I'd have to do it. There's one of the things that pokes in is kind of cracked, so you got to wrap it in what do you call that stuff? Gorilla tape. But man, it's nice. It's really, really nice, and I would like somebody who could really use it to get it. I mean, I was looking at selling it. It's like $100 and something new, but it's a 6x6, and I was looking at selling it, but I would really rather somebody who would use it get it. So just let me look into what it would cost to ship it, and I'll get back to you. Because you're a gardener, and I would just like somebody who could use it to get it. So for reals, let me check into that. Oh, I totally get that, Heather. Pat just did. Austin and Pat are the cute ones. Oh my God, Shauna. I swear to you, I'm no beauty queen, and I certainly know it. And I'm an old lady, but it wasn't so much looks and all that, is I thought I had something to share. And that's how you have to look at it. Do you have something to share? Because I think you do. You probably have something to offer. And that's really what it's about. Love you too, Heather. We'll figure it out, girl. It's really about whether you have something to offer. It's not so much about anything else. Because I just feel like I have something to offer. I was watching all these videos and I was thinking, I really think that I could contribute. I really think I could contribute. My knowledge is not so much new. It's not new knowledge, but it is 53-year-old knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I have 53 years behind me, and 30-something of that is magic. And I can help. I can help somebody, and I know I can. And that's all I wanted, was just to help somebody, because I felt like so many people were helping me. I thought, I can do that. I can help somebody. And even if you only help 1 or 2 people, it's worth it. It is self-love month, girl. It's self-love month. It's March. It's self-love month. For reals. Well, people, I know you are, but think about it for reals. Just think about it, because if Austin is that cute, you must be kind of cute. Exactly. That's exactly true, Heather. I would like to offer a little more advice stuff and more about self, just because I have a big history in life coaching and spiritual counseling and that kind of thing. So I'd like to start offering more along those lines, but I don't want to leave the magic behind. So I'm having a difficult time trying to figure out how to incorporate them. So once I figure that out, we'll kind of move in that direction a little. But we'll figure it out. I bet she is, Pat. I bet she is. She'll get there. When she's ready, she'll get there. But I just hope it's this month, because it's self-love month, and this would be a good month to do it. Aw, buddy. You're love. I love you so much, you sweet. My buddy is my sweet. That's my nickname for him, my sweet. You're so awesome. You're so awesome. Anyway, guys, I better get off here. I've been on here like 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it's very true. Witches need life coaches too. Very true. Very, very true. And there's a good thing about keeping magic in that. There really is. So as soon as I figure out how to help people incorporate that. I mean, I kind of started tonight with the gratitude thing. That's really important, to keep gratitude in your life and make it part of your daily practice. So my buddy loves me. Can you tell? All right, guys, I'm going to cut it. There you go, Pat. Bye, all. Love you to death. Remember, you're sacred, sacred. You're divine, you're sacred, you're definitely beings of love and light, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me tonight, and have a good one, and have a drink on me.